C is for cat. Clover the Little Cat. Once upon a time, in a small sunny house near a quiet garden, there lived a little cat named Clover. Clover had soft gray fur, white paws, and bright green eyes. His tail was long and fluffy, and it moved like a little flag when he was happy. Clover loved many things. He loved warm windows. He loved soft pillows. He loved chasing sunspots on the floor. He loved listening to birds outside the window. But most of all, Clover loved doing things well. He liked his little bed to be neat. He liked his bowl to stay clean. He liked his toys to stand in a perfect line. Every morning, Clover washed his face with one paw. Then he washed his ears. Then he washed his whiskers. Cats do this many times a day. They use their tongues and paws to clean their fur. It also helps them feel calm. Clover liked feeling calm. He liked feeling ready. He liked hearing Mama Cat say, "Well done, Clover." One morning, Mama Cat was making tea in the kitchen. The room smelled warm and sweet. On the table stood a small blue cup. It was Mama's favorite cup. Clover looked at it. It had tiny white clouds painted on it. "Clover," said Mama Cat, "can you help me, please?" Clover stood very straight. "Yes, Mama." "Can you move this napkin to the table?" Clover smiled. That was easy. He picked up the napkin carefully and carried it across the kitchen. "Well done," said Mama. Clover's heart felt warm. Then Mama said, "And can you bring me the little spoon?" Clover brought the spoon. "No problem." "Well done," said Mama again. Clover smiled even more. Then he saw the blue cup. "I can bring the cup too," he said proudly. Mama turned around. "Oh, Clover, wait." But Clover had already touched the cup with his paw. He wanted to be helpful. He wanted to do it perfectly. But the table was smooth. The cup moved. Clover tried to catch it. His paw slipped. The cup fell. Crash! The little blue cup broke into pieces on the floor. Clover froze. His ears went down. His tail stopped moving. Mama Cat turned quickly. "Oh dear," she said softly. Clover looked at the broken cup. Then he looked at Mama. His heart felt very small. "I made a mistake," he whispered. Mama stepped closer, but Clover ran away. He ran out of the kitchen. He ran through the hallway. He ran under the big green chair in the living room. There he curled into a tiny gray ball, his eyes filled with tears. "I broke Mama's favorite cup," he thought. "She will be sad. She will not say well done anymore. Maybe she will think I am not a good kitten." Clover felt heavy inside. He did not want Mama to see him. After a while, he heard a small tap near the chair. Tap, tap. "Clover?" It was Cody the caterpillar. Cody lived on the big plant near the window. He was green, slow, and very gentle. "Why are you under the chair?" Cody asked. Clover sniffed. "I made a mistake." "What kind of mistake?" "I broke Mama's blue cup." Cody was quiet for a moment. "Oh," he said. "It was her favorite," Clover whispered. "Did you do it on purpose?" Cody asked. "No," said Clover. "I wanted to help." Cody nodded. "Then it was a mistake, not a bad heart." Clover looked at him. "What does that mean?" "It means you did something wrong, but you are not wrong." Clover thought about this. Cody slowly climbed down from the plant. "I make mistakes too," he said. "You do?" "Yes. Yesterday I tried to climb to the biggest leaf. I went the wrong way. I ended up on the flower pot." Clover blinked. "What did you do?" "I turned around." "That is all?" "Yes," said Cody. "Then I learned the better way." Clover wiped his eyes with his paw. "But broken cups do not turn around." "No," said Cody, "but little cats can." Clover looked toward the kitchen. He could hear Mama moving softly. He felt afraid, but hiding did not make his heart feel better. Cody smiled. "Maybe you can go back." Clover took one small breath, then another. He remembered how cats wash when they need to feel calm. So he lifted one paw and washed his face, slowly. One cheek, then the other cheek, then his whiskers. His heart was still worried, but it was not as loud now. "I can go back," he whispered. Clover came out from under the chair. His steps were small. In the kitchen, Mama Cat was sweeping the broken pieces into a dustpan. Clover stopped at the door. "Mama?" Mama turned. Her eyes were kind. Clover looked down. "I am sorry I broke your cup." "I know," said Mama. "I wanted to help." "I know that too." Clover's voice shook. "Are you angry?" Mama put the broom down and came closer. "I was surprised," she said, "and I was sad about the cup, but I am not angry with you." Clover looked up. "You are not?" "No, my little Clover." Mama sat beside him. "Cups can break. Everyone makes mistakes." Clover's eyes filled with tears again. "But I wanted to do it perfectly." Mama gently touched his head. "You do not have to be perfect to be loved." Clover leaned into her paw. "Really?" "Really." Then Mama gave him a soft cloth. "Would you like to help me clean the table?" Clover looked at the cloth. His first thought was, What if I do it wrong? But then he remembered Cody. Little cats can turn around. Little cats can try again. So Clover nodded. Yes. This time he moved slowly. He wiped the table. He picked up the napkin. He carried the spoon carefully. When he was not sure, he asked, "Is this okay?" Mama smiled. Yes, that is a good question. Soon the kitchen was clean again. The blue cup was gone, but the room still felt warm. Mama made tea in a different cup. It was yellow with little flowers. Clover sat beside her. "I miss the blue cup," he said. "I do too," Mama answered. Then she smiled. But today we learned something more important than keeping a cup safe. What? We learned that mistakes can teach us. Clover thought about that. What did I learn? Mama looked at him gently. You learned to slow down. Clover nodded. And to ask before touching something breakable. Yes. And to come back when I feel scared? Mama smiled. That may be the bravest lesson of all. That evening the house became quiet. The garden outside turned dark blue. The moon looked through the window. Clover climbed into his little bed. He was tired, not from running, not from cleaning, but from feeling so many feelings. Mama Cat sat beside him. Good night, my little Clover. Mama? Yes? Will I make more mistakes? Mama smiled. Of course. Clover's eyes became wide. Of course? Yes, everyone does. But each mistake can help you learn. Clover thought about the cup. He thought about Cody. He thought about going back to the kitchen. Then he lifted one paw and washed his face. One cheek. The other cheek. His whiskers. His heart felt calm. He put his paw on his chest. He listened. The house was quiet. He breathed. In. Out. Then he smiled. Mistakes help me learn, he whispered. Mama kissed his head. Yes, they do. Clover closed his eyes. The moon shone softly. The house was warm. And the little cat who was afraid of making mistakes slept peacefully, knowing he did not have to be perfect to be loved. The end.